So this movie actually dared to show a scene of people doing the Macarena. And I thought to myself, holy crap, I used to do that back in the day. What was I thinking? And with that, I'm welcome to another episode of The Romancer. My goal, as always, is to enhance a movie watching experience. So Richard Jewell, this of course is based off a true story about a security guard who was working in Atlanta at the time, and specifically in Centennial Park during the 1996 Olympics there. And he discovered a backpack which contained some pipe bombs which eventually went off, killing about 2 or 3 people, injuring about another 100. But if not for the efforts of Richard Jewell, it could have been more catastrophic, and he was branded a hero at the time. And unfortunately, soon afterwards, the FBI kind of turned its sights into him and made him the prime suspect in the investigation, accusing him of actually planting the bomb himself. And this movie is directed by Clint Eastwood. He's about 190 years old, God knows what, but he's still going strong. And a director who I like, who has done some really great work, $1 Million Baby, Mystic River, Unforgiven, and plenty others. And lately, but he's been kind of a little bit of a bad streak as of late, and he hasn't done anything really great, and I thought in quite some time. And I gotta say off the bat, this was one of his best movies that he's done in a while. I really enjoyed this movie here. And I know it's gotten a lot of attention, potential Oscar buzz attention. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but what he does here is really capture a really good, well-made, well-paced, and well-written film about a guy who is really falsely accused, and his life was pretty much turned upside down because of the pressure from not only the FBI but the media, accusing him of trying to be a pretend hero here, as he believed he planted the bomb. He wanted to take credit for discovering it, when in turn years later the actual assailant was actually turned himself in about, I think, early 2000s. But all that being said here, what he does here is get some really good performances, particularly Paul Walter Hauser, who plays Richard Jewell. I thought he's really, really good. It's uncanny how well he looked and sounded like the actual Richard Jewell. We have Kathy Bates, who plays his mom. I thought she was phenomenal. Sam Rockwell. I love Sam Rockwell, and here he's having a lot of fun here. And he's a great addition to the cast because he plays Richard Jewell as his lawyer, helps him try to clear his name, and he brings a lot of moments of levity here. You can tell Sam Rockwell is having a lot of fun here. And that's necessary. This movie would have been very heavy without it. And I thought he brought some energy to the film. Yeah, John Hamm, who I thought was okay. He was playing the main FBI agent who's leading the investigative task force against Richard Jewell, and he's fine. We've seen him do this kind of role before, like in The Town, for example, which I actually saw recently. We have Olivia Munn playing one of the reporters who broke the story, and I thought she's one of the weakest points of the film. Not her in terms of performance, just the character itself. She seemed to have like a big role in the film, but it wasn't a whole lot of payoff. She's very kind of one-dimensional character. Not a huge gripist, but just worthy of mentioning here. And like I said, but overall, this is very well paced, very entertaining. So there's one, obviously aside from the actual bombing itself and that being the most exciting part of the movie, this is obviously a drama and it proceeds accordingly. So it's not a very exciting movie per se, but it's very well done because of the pacing, because of the good writing, great characters, and great acting. It's very engaging. I only wish Clint Eastwood would have dug a little bit deeper, gave us a little more tension throughout, particularly with the investigation. Really got the sense that Richard Jewell was really in trouble at any moment. And I'm familiar with the story, but for those who may not be as familiar with the story and what happened, they may not be as engrossed in it as much as one would if he kind of just dug a little deeper. I don't think it was as dark as I would like to have seen it. But that being said, it's a very good film. One I recommend you guys go watch. It's not going to blow you away. I don't think this is an Oscar contender per se. Maybe in a performance size, possibly. I wouldn't, be upset if it was nominated for something. But at the end of the day, it's a very good film. One of Clint Eastwood's better films. It's definitely one worthy of a watch. If not in the theater, then definitely at home when it comes out on VOD, Netflix, or Amazon, whatever the case is. So, Richard Jewell, you guys are going to check it out. I think you should. Comment below, let me know what you guys thought. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe below and feed money to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.